Cody Rhodes and Paul Heyman segment is starting up a lot of fan conversation, so we'll see what's going on there. We'll also check out what's being said about Alexa Bliss's hiatus and more. Let's start things off with Alexa Bliss because this news was definitely surprising. Alexa Bliss entered 2022 on a hiatus, and her WWE return date was a big mystery. She finally returned in spring 2022, picked up a few wins, but never really had any character developments or storylines taking place. She was basically just competing in several meaningless matches until she finally paired with Asuka and Bianca Belair for several months. Alexa and Asuka would end up winning the tag team titles, but only held them for less than a week and lost the titles at Crown Jewel. Funny enough, Crown Jewel was also where Alexa Bliss got her first big storyline development for 2022. Crown Jewel was the first night that Alexa Bliss saw Bray Wyatt's logo appear in front of her, and she began to transition back to her evil ways. So she returned in May and had to wait until November to really get an actual story with substance. Or so we thought. Everyone thought that Alexa seeing the Wyatt logo would kick off this great reunion story for Bray and Alexa's unfinished business with each other. But 3 months have gone by, and the Bray and Alexa story really hasn't made a lot of progress. And it's a big debate amongst the fans. You have your group of fans that say, well, you gotta be patient and let this story play out. And then you have the group of fans that say, well, it's been 3 months and not much has happened. I don't care anymore. A lot of fans have given up on Bray Wyatt's story, but at least there's still some sort of weekly progression going on there, and the story is constantly moving forward. But when it comes to Alexa and Bray's reunion, that's the story that's been pretty much at a standstill for way too long. Everyone thought maybe it would be a few weeks or so after the first teaser that we'll see Alexa and Bray link up, but it never happened. Then Alexa started seeing the Howdy mask in the crowd. Uncle Howdy eventually started visiting Alexa Bliss on Raw. Howdy was even talking to Alexa. And everyone was thinking that maybe Royal Rumble would be our big Alexa and Bray payoff night. But once again, we got pretty much next to nothing for Alexa's side of the story. Alexa loses the title match, and they just reused the same Uncle Howdy video that they aired on Raw a few weeks back. So then everyone's attention moves to Raw and SmackDown. Everyone is thinking, well, maybe Alexa shows up on Raw or finally joins Bray Wyatt on SmackDown after Royal Rumble. And everyone was wrong once again. Alexa Bliss has instead disappeared from WWE television. Now it's being reported that Alexa Bliss is going on a hiatus away from WWE television. And this is understandably having the fans frustrated and questioning the story here. Reports don't appear to be listing the reason behind the hiatus for Alexa Bliss. If it was Alexa herself who requested personal time away, then obviously that's completely understandable and no one has an issue with that at all. But if it was strictly a WWE creative decision to write Alexa Bliss off of television in the middle of this interest and storyline teasers with Bray Wyatt, fans are going to have a little problem with that. Alexa goes through these 3 months of Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy teasers, only for the payoff to be writing her off television at Royal Rumble. It's definitely a questionable outcome there. So 3 months of teasers with no reunion, and now we have to go through another hiatus as well. You definitely can't blame fans for getting a little exhausted and losing interest in a lengthy wait like that. So the Alexa Bliss and Bray Wyatt story has become nearly impossible to predict. Nobody knows when or even if the reunion will take place anymore. But depending on how long the hiatus is, maybe Alexa Bliss and Wyatt will continue to reunite during the first night of Alexa's 2023 return. Maybe it's on a grand stage like WrestleMania 39. Maybe Alexa Bliss returns right there with her new look and saves Bray from harm's way. If that's what Alexa's return could look like, then maybe there's still hope for this story. But if Alexa's going to return and they're just going to continue to drag out the teasers even more, fans are going to continue to lose interest. So that's really the only thing that's worth holding out hope for right now. We just gotta hope that the reunion happens right away during Alexa's return at this point. Alexa Bliss did respond to the reports of her hiatus and had this to say on Twitter, quote, "Good, she's boring anyway. Hopefully she's gone for good. She doesn't care anymore. Y'all don't know what you're even talking about. Stay toxic, my friends," end quote. The first few lines from Alexa's tweet there came from some of the top fan replies to the report that Alexa was on hiatus. She was just repeating some of the top fan responses to that report, putting more spotlight on how toxic the community can be. But Alexa followed that tweet up with another series of tweets. She had this to say, quote, "Don't believe things you read unless it comes directly from me. It's not real. Don't worry about where I've been. You'll see soon," end quote. Alexa's saying not to believe all the hiatus and other rumors that are going around right now about her status. So hopefully this isn't a lengthy hiatus, because that'll really hurt whatever momentum is left for Alexa and Bray's reunion. Maybe it's much shorter than everyone thinks, and she'll be back in no time with whatever this major character change will be. It's also interesting to wonder if this hiatus has always been a part of the plan, or if it came up out of nowhere. If it came up out of nowhere and unexpectedly, it'll be interesting to see if it will affect Bray and Howdy's story, now that Alexa's gone for a bit. But that's the latest on Alexa Bliss. We'll have to wait and see just how long this hiatus will be for her. Cody Rhodes and Paul Heyman had a great promo battle that's really being looked at as the official kickoff moment for the Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes feud. But another question and concern that the fans have brought up is if Cody and Heyman's promo basically took the spotlight away from Sami's great story with Roman Reigns. Cody did mention several times during the promo that since Roman is putting the title on the line at Elimination Chamber, he can end up facing Sami Zayn at WrestleMania instead. So Cody did acknowledge this potential outcome within the storyline. But if you've been watching WWE for a long time, you already know how this goes. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns was locked in WrestleMania main event since the Royal Rumble. It's not going to change to Cody versus Sami. So, despite Sami Zayn having such a long-term great story with Roman Reigns, Sami unfortunately has a 0% chance of defeating Roman for the titles. Everyone basically already knew that, but the problem was more specifically with the Heyman and Cody promo. Some fans feel like that interaction took the entire spotlight away from Sami versus Roman and turned it over to Cody versus Roman. And like some fans pointed out, that Heyman and Cody promo would have been even more perfect after Elimination Chamber and once Sami's out of the picture, because the actual timing of the promo battle made it seem like Sami was already dealt with and was out of the equation. So that was the little issue that fans were pointing out. It was a flawless segment, but fans think it was just so good that it can make some people just look right past Sami versus Roman. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.